Alright, working on this front floor pan, getting it fitted in there properly. Got all my other areas marked with wax marking pen, whatever you want to call it. And this works really good. So that way I can make it just a little bit smaller than the pans that I have for it. And then I can do a cut and butt weld these things in. But I still got some trimming to do on the replacement panel that I pulled from a parts car. So I still got to trim all that stuff off to make it fit in there better. But used a couple different cutoff wheels and an air chisel to get all this stuff off of the frame, or I guess it's the inside rocker. And there's a couple extra layers of sheet metal underneath there for support. And what I'm going to have to do is weld this pan in and then make another patch panel for that part that's further up there by the light. But it fits pretty good since it's a original GM floor pan. But got lots of work to do over there still. Anyways, there's one of the cutoff wheels I was using, long reach, and then conventional, and then obviously the air chisel. Those things work great for cutting through spot welds and stuff like that. Anyways, I'll do another update here when I get everything sized up and fitted properly. Alright, got that piece out with a little help from my die grinder. Just use that to draw out the spot welds. And this is very fragile, so I got to be real careful with it when I'm bending in the new patch panel. But you can see it's got some surface rust underneath here, which I'll clean up and then hit with some Eastwood rust encapsulator just to make sure it doesn't rust out later on down the road. But like I said, I got to get that patch panel made, welded in, and then I can finish the front driver's side floorboard. Alright, got my patch panel done here underneath the brake pedal. It was kind of tricky working around that pedal, but I had to do this in two pieces. And I did a bend over on this side, and then, I don't know if you can see that, did one here, and then I did a flat piece right here, and that gives me a little excess for where it meets the floor pan. So I'll do a butt weld on that. So I'll overlap it, tack it into place, and get it squared up all the way around, and then I'll do a about 2 or 3 inch cut through both panels at the same time, cutting my spot weld that holds it in place, and then that should give me a perfect gap to weld together. So that is the next step. So I got part of this butt weld finished. I've got it cut all the way up to right about here. This is my last tack weld, but you can see it goes through. So I'm just going through and tacking all this stuff, and then I'm filling it in and grinding it back to where it's got a nice finished look. So hopefully when I'm done, everything will look like that, and I'll just hit it with some primer or rust encapsulator or something like that, and then go over it with some sound deadener. Got the last floor pan installed, all the welds ground down, and had to custom make a few patch panels back there and up here, and had to make a little patch there. So the previous owner cut that back for whatever reason, so I made a little patch for that, opening for the shifter cable. So now what I'm going to do is go over all the bare metal and anything that has any surface rust. I'm going to hit it with this stuff, the rust encapsulator. And then I'm going to go over it with the seam sealer, kind of smooth it out and protect it from possible future rust. Those two combined should do a pretty good job. And then on the bottom side, I'm going to hit it with the rust encapsulator, but I'm going to use this stuff instead. It's Rust-Oleum, brushable. I guess you could spray it too, but it's a reform and seal. So I have not used this before, but it's rubberized black coating, and it's supposed to seal against corrosion. So I'm going to do that on the bottom side of that, and hopefully that'll make a permanent repair on the floor pans.